Hello, my name is William James. I am the host of The Board Book Geek. How are all of you? So, before we get going, like, subscribe, hit the little bell icon, do all the usual stuff, and this is my review of The Batman. But first, a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Mountaineer brand for all your bearded shaving and body washing and manly needs. Discount code down below. They're an all-natural company. Links and info, as I said, below. Really great products, and I use them daily, so link down below. I had the great pleasure of seeing The Batman today, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised. There was a lot of talks over the casting and so on, and a lot of people hating Robert Pattinson. He's very good as Batman. He's very good, and I will give him his dues. You can definitely feel that this film took a lot of elements from earlier Batman films, and I'm going to try and keep this review as spoiler-free as possible. It definitely borrows elements from the Tim Burton movies and Batman Returns. It just does. The visuals are very similar. There's the same kind of vibe going on, and that slightly cartoonish reality. It borrows elements from Year One, The Long Halloween, and 2000's Ego. It's a long movie, and I mean that. It's a very, very long movie. It's just over 2 hours. And what I will say is that I kind of wish that you could take 20 minutes out of this film really easily, maybe half an hour out of the film, and still tell this story really well. Like I said, slow burn detective noir with superhero elements, and I think overall the casting was great. As Jeffrey Wright as James Gordon, I think works really well. You have Colin Farrell as the Penguin, who, oh my god, he's having fun with this, and you can tell. You can really tell. He's having fun with this one. The weak link in the casting is Zoe Kravitz as Selina Kyle, Catwoman. And why I think she does an okay job, compared to the others, she isn't as strong. I mean, the guy playing the Riddler, for example, is, oh god, he's scary in like the best way possible. Psychological villains are always the best. On the other side of it, Catwoman, I think if she comes back for the sequel or they do a spin-off, I think she just needs, I don't know, Zoe Kravitz always plays the same role in every film I've seen her in, and that's kind of it. And that's really controversial thing to say and criticise, but like I said, she will always be compared to previous iterations of Catwoman, and my three favourites are the Batman animated series, Batman Returns, Michelle Pfeiffer, because, my god, she's iconic, and obviously Eartha Kitt, because you cannot talk about Catwoman without Eartha Kitt, because she's perfect. Bad pun, I'm sorry. I don't know. There's just a handful of elements that I'm finding that didn't feel as good. I think, like I said, it was a slow burn movie, a very good movie, very well written, great performances, a few weak links, but overall good. 4 out of 5 would be my star points for it. On the other side of it, I wish Ben Affleck had got his Batman movie. I mean that because he's up there as like one of my favourite Batmans in live action, although we never really got to appreciate him that much. We don't talk about the 90s Batman movies. Versus, I mean, they're doing this shared universe thing now, so there's going to be like a Batgirl thing that so far looks kind of not good. And I know they're going to be doing some other stuff, and Michael Keaton is returning, and Flashpoint, and rumours they'll wipe out the Snyderverse, which I'm really disappointed in. I think this is a great film, and like I said, it works really well. The design of this film is also really interesting. The Batsuit, the Batcave, the Batmobile look very much in keeping. They work. It's more grounded design. It's slightly more functional comic book fun. I don't know if you wore the suit in real life, it probably wouldn't work for you, but in this it works really well. All of the costume design actually is really good in this film, and I always have a soft spot for costume design in good films. And the soundtrack is good. I love the score. And I did pick up on some elements from previous films, just tiny little bits. I don't know if that was intentional or just my ears. But the score is stunning. And I've been listening to that since I watched it. On the other side of this, I think it could be the beginning of a great series. And with several spin-offs and some sequels working in the works, I think this could work. I think the more rounded real-world approach, drawing a lot of elements from the comic books, really does shine, and I think just a good film, to be blunt about it. On the other side of it, I'm going to say that why not perfect, and I think a more complicated relationship with one of the actresses, the weak link. Other than that, this is a great movie. Go see it. It's a great Batman film. It's very true to the comics, and I love the acting. I loved it. 4.4 out of 5. Good film. Tell me what you think in the comments, because I'm really curious on this one.